Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and today we have the Christmas Eve Brutal DOOMathon. Yes, I decided to do a few episodes of Brutal Doom because why not? It's fun. Mainly because I wanted to do a Let's Play and I couldn't figure out what kind of game to do, and I thought, why not just go back to the old standby. Now, this, of course, is not base Brutal Doom. Rather, this is Project Brutality, which is vastly superior to Brutal Doom in just about every conceivable way. Now, the Doom, and I'm being shot to pieces already. Now, the Doom WAD we're using here is KZ Doom, and essentially this is something I got off of the Z-Doom wiki a long time ago. This was some of the earlier Z-Doom maps. Toss a grenade out there, and I found it to be quite enjoyable. It's just a one-map WAD, but it's really quite a bit of fun. And I am so dead it's not even funny, because it's actually no, it's a class 7 entity, and well, I'm dead. Oh god, that is a very nice animation. It really is. Brutal Doom is good, especially version 20. But in all honesty, Project Brutality is vastly superior. Multiple new enemies, multiple new weapons, new animations. Really quite a class act all around. Like, I'm using a fucking saw here. And honestly, I don't know how I ever played Doom without all these, modern accoutrements, because it just makes the game so much better. It's just so much more fun. I did think about doing a live stream, but I got a plan for that, more in line with Duke Nukem Simber. Although pretty much Duke Simber's over, just because I had a lot of stuff to do this month that I was barely able to get the 3 videos out. But technically, I've had it where I will do a theme month with just three installments, and I was able to do all the Duke games that I wanted to do. Because I didn't want to do Duke Nukem 0 Hour or Time to Kill. This time I intend to do that later. Especially with because there's still a lot of Duke Nukem content I can do. Like, I do like that Cyber Baron. What? Fuck it. Anyway, there's a lot for me to do when it comes to Duke Nukem. Because there's Duke Nukem 1, Duke Nukem 2. Honestly, I haven't played either one all that much. I mean, Duke Nukem 2 is a very interesting game for me, because I legitimately thought as a kid, and I mentioned this in the Duke Nukem 3D review, that I thought Duke Nukem 2 was a sequel to Duke Nukem 3D, and hey, I actually survived all of that. Because this is vastly more difficult than base Brutal Doom, just because there's so many new enemies, like the Ice Archvile, who brings back ice guys who are very difficult to kill. But honestly, the Ice Archvile is not quite as tough to kill as you would think. And okay, good. I got the. I want the ammo box. And see, killing him is not. And then he sends like tornadoes after you. I remember playing the initial. In fact, I did in a live stream the initial Brutal Doom. Not the Brutal Doom. Project Brutality. Now I think you gotta kick him to pieces. You either need that or a rocket. Well, he kicked him to pieces. Because, like, if you just shoot him with a gun, he'll stay like that and he'll come back to life. And his ice guys will do the same. But I did the initial Brutal Doom Gubbin, and it was pretty good. It was not Brutal Doom Gubbin, Project Brutality mod that a fan sent me. I wasn't finished. It's definitely a lot better finished, though. I think the weapons are a little bit better, and it's a little better balanced. And you can actually have your health regenerate. Yeah, I know, blasphemy, but you know what? It really is legitimately tougher than even Brutal Doom is, so it's a lot more fun that way to not constantly die every 2 feet. Hey, I'll actually save, because my brain is actually working tonight. But yes, really? God damn it. It's gonna be one of those saves. Okay, turn around, shoot. Where the fuck did he go? There he is. How did he get behind me? That's... Oh, yeah, because I keep forgetting. These guys can climb on walls. That's how he got behind me. Okay, we're going to let our health regenerate a bit. Oh, yes, and another mod we're using is the Ultimate HUD mod, which looks really cool. I always like these HUDs that look like you actually have a helmet on. Fallout New Vegas, for example, has a mod for that, where like if you actually have a helmet, it actually acts like you have a legitimate helmet. Although, I will admit, I don't like that mod and I never use it, because I feel it constricts my view a bit too much. Because I like to be able to see. Seeing is good. I know one of these bastards is on the ceiling area. Seeing is good. It's a very good thing to be able to do. That's a lot of them. Let's give him a grenade. Let's give him a pineapple surprise, as Deadpool would say. Yes. Oh yeah, speaking of Deadpool, that is back on Steam. They took it down for some reason, and I forget why. I actually read somewhere that that Deadpool game didn't do very good. Apparently a lot of people took it back, although that could be conjecture. I don't remember if it was an article or a video I saw. Both could easily have been wrong. But I guess Deadpool just offended people. God, people are getting offended. People get offended by literally everything now. You know what's funny? Here's another random anecdote from me. I swear this is true. I read it. I legitimately read it. Some idiot on IMDb literally complained. There's a movie from the 1980s, the greatest decade of them all, called Weird Science. It is literally one of the most 80s movies of all time because they literally use like a Commodore 64 to create a woman. I shit you not. That is the whole plot of the movie, is they create a woman and she's got magical powers, and it's, what do they do about it, right? It's a classic movie. It's a classic, I guess it's really, well, there's two male leads, so sort of a buddy comedy sort of thing. It's very good. It's very, very funny. Bill Paxton shows up in it, gets turned into a feces monster towards the end. Spoiler alert on a movie that's older than a lot of you in the audience. But yeah, I mean, it's a very good movie. But apparently, and I don't remember this happening, honestly, but I guess it did. The main character, whose name I cannot remember for the life of me, holds a gun on the two leads' parents. It's like, what is this movie trying to represent? It's like, really? Are you fucking doing it? It's a movie about a woman brought to life via 80s science. And you're gonna complain about that? Why not complain about, oh, it objectifies women because she's a construct? You know, when there's legitimate issues out there, talk about them, not dumbassery. Because, like, and you think about, you think about it, the world has a lot more problems than, that's why I try not to make the political videos anymore, and I took them all down, so some of you guys have already forgotten them. Because, like, it just, if you look at politics for any amount of time, makes you want to, it would drive a man to drink, as it were. Not that I drink, but you get the idea. Just, my God, what happened to people? Where did their brains go? Because, like, I don't even think brain parasites sucking out somebody's brain would make them this stupid. I mean, like fucking Futurama. The brain parasites. God. But hey, you know, I guess it is what it is, as many would say. Holy crap, there's a lot of them. And I didn't blow myself up. I got killed by a cyber hell knight. And then I got killed by that fucknut again. Okay, you fucking... You know, I just realized something. God damn it. I can really piss people off by saying, that brown imp fuck. Oh, you said it was brown, that's racist. Everything's racist. And sexist and misogynist. So basically, what I'm saying is, GeneralLotz evil. Just assume that, and you'll be doing fine. But yes, at these Let's Plays, I always talk about random crap. And nobody well, no, unless it's Doom, nobody watches Let's Plays of mine. That's why I don't make them anymore. Because literally nobody watches them, and I put forth so much effort. But yes, I'll address some of the comments, actually. That fucking railgun on the helmet. We're gonna do at least 2 of these watts, because they're not very long, but they are definitely a bit tough. At least from the recent video, people asking me, have I played a variety of games? No, I have not played Mad Max yet. I have not played Mad Mel. No, I have not played Battlefront 3, or just Battlefront. But I am very aware of how bad it is. I have a lot of people that I talk to that constantly tell me how horrible it is. Honestly, I wouldn't want to get it anyway, because I don't like Origin, like, at all. I don't like what it represents. I don't want to use it. I do not want it. darkening my computer doorway at any time. But I suppose I will play it eventually, you know. I'm thinking about trying a different format next year. I'm thinking maybe trying to do like one new release and no, not one new release, but two new releases in a month, or two recent releases, let's just call it that, in a month, plus 2 retro games. Because I do like my retro games, and I do like talking about modern games. Modern gaming seems to be getting slightly better. I am, however, starting work today, actually. Preliminary work, so it's not going to come out for a while, so don't expect to see it anytime soon. Preliminary work on COD. COD 4, specifically. He's going to throw that. That's an insta-kill if he hits you. Or at least I think in initial Project Brutality it was... What is that fucknut? That... You know, it does seem like a lot of these WADs do like to use, because back when my graphics card was still that weak one, I played a shitload of Doom, that's for sure, and it seemed like most WADs love to have those revenants. I have no idea for the life of me why. Well, other than that, they're the perfect asshole enemy, that's for sure. And this is not the exact HUD that I like. For some reason, I need to be less lazy and actually check which HUD mod I'm using, because there's one that like lists all the weapons, but this one doesn't do that. Oh well. Alright, toss that. And also, for some reason, there's a Doom 1 mod, is what it's called. It's where it combines all the different individual levels in a Doom episode into just one massive level. It works for the first level, but it doesn't work for the rest of them. I do not know why. It literally just insta-wins the game. I don't get it. I'm thinking something just dies in the game, and that's why that happens. So, because things randomly dying is never good for a game, it seems. It's like, it's one of the big problems I had with Skyrim. You know, one of you guys was complaining that I always complain about Skyrim. Okay, recently I played some Skyrim. Well, not that recently, but a couple months back, I played a lot of Skyrim. Because I really do like Skyrim. But I will complain about it, though. Because Skyrim without mods, while not bad, is not as good as it could be with mods. And I just think about all that money that Bethesda has, and they could use it better. Now, actually, if we can not die... Okay, you know what, we'll save. Again. Because we always get back up to full health, or half health. Okay. Yeah, you can actually use different shell types. So you can use the slugs, which I had to use in that shotgun video. Slugs will beat your shoulder to a mush, almost. So I don't like using them all that much. And also they're very expensive. That's a real reason why I don't like using them. I'm very money conscious, as you know. But yeah, Skyrim, I really modded that out. That's one of the games I started playing again once Wizard of Oz graciously gave me this graphics card. Really, you guys need to give him all the props, simply because, well, had he not given me the graphics card, I would probably not be making really any more reviews. Because I was really in a sad, sad place at that time. And getting the graphics card really perked me up quite a bit. We're down to 2 grenades. That fucking Revenant. You know, Doom WAD guy, people, makers. Yeah, that sounds... TV Tropes would define that as Buffy speak. Now, having watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer, sure. But yeah. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll run in and grab the key. Or we'll... What did that? What triggered that? Because I don't think I grabbed that key. I can't just run and jump in there. Oh yeah, because there's a window thing. No, it's not a window thing. I don't know. What was causing that to open up then? Because I'm not really sure what I did. I know we need to get in here. Oh god, this is where I don't know where to go again. Okay, so we need a red key for that. Do I have a key at all? Yeah, I got a yellow key. That's one thing about base Z Doom that I don't like, is that you can't see what keys you do or do not have. Which makes playing the game somewhat difficult. Now I gotta do Mancubus, which is literally almost as annoying as the original one, except it creates poison gas clouds. Which is never fun. Also, back when Z-Doom came out, I think it was probably an absolutely amazing effect. And you know what? It looks kind of cool. I think something you see out of Quake 2. Except when that fucking door shuts. You're trying to run away, and literally the door is shut, and you get vaporized. But yeah, in Skyrim, there was a lot I got to increase the NPC count. There'd be like NPC travelers, and the game would lag like you wouldn't believe. And then sometimes it would just randomly crash, and I'm thinking it's because like one of them died or spawned in a rock or something. So that's the one problem with mods, like if somebody just randomly dies, because I think that's literally how it happens. Like I think like a cyber demon or something dies, and you win the whole game. It makes playing it somewhat difficult. Honestly, going back to base Z-Doom V20, you know, not Z-Doom, Brutal V20 from this is pretty hard, because as you can see, there's just so much new shit to enjoy. And in many respects, it is a bit better balanced. Not that I'm a big stickler for balance. Also, one of the things it also introduces is you double tap on the key and you can dodge, although I don't do it, because I'm not really used to that sort of thing. And look at that! Oh my god, it's 3D! Once again, back when this was new, that would have blown so many people's minds. It's like, Doom can do things that we never even dreamed of! Oh yeah, also grenade launcher, which is cool. I mean, it definitely is a lot better than just your base rocket. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where to fucking go. Oh, I need a blue key. Key card, I don't need no fucking key card. But then I'm going to proceed to do all the normal video game things. You know, I was thinking about COD. Getting back to that particular topic I brought up. With COD, it's an interesting concept. You know, I know a lot of people probably don't, well, I say a lot of people. A lot of classic gamers, such as myself, don't like COD. Also, auto shotgun. You can actually dual wield these things. I love that. It's you know what's funny? You know what dual wielding, I think, started? There's a movie called Where Eagles Dare, which might as well be Wolfenstein. Yeah, Wolfenstein 3D the movie, because, well, it kind of has the same kind of plot as Wolfenstein, but the main character, played by Clint fucking Eastwood, looks kind of like looks kind of like B.J. Blazkowicz, which is awesome to say the least. But he, in that movie, dual wields MP40s. So yeah, it'd be kind of cool if it was fucking Clint Eastwood who invented the concept of dual wielding, but I imagine at some point someone had to do it before him. Although, historically, I highly doubt anyone actually went guns akimbo in real life, because I can tell you from personal experience, guns akimbo is not an easy thing to do. Because I actually did that with 2 revolvers once, and it's very hard to actually hit anything accurately like that. And honestly, you know, it's better in a gunfight to actually hit what you're aiming at than not, because the other guy might actually be aiming, and then, yeah, you're dead. So there is that. Let's save. Whilst I try to figure... Okay, we got the red key. Oh, there's the yellow key. And, of course, immediately out come 2 revenants. And it's like, you know... Hold on a second. Let me try to get my brain back to functioning. It's like Project Brutality. Oh, now I remember. Aw, oh, damn. I knew I would pick this one because I really like this particular WAD, but I've never been able to finish it. Oops, sorry. God damn. Oh yeah, they do throw grenades, don't they? But yeah, I've never been able to finish this particular, because one door doesn't open, and I don't know what opens it. I cannot figure out for the life of me what actually opens one particular door, and you know, we'll get to that door. We had to do this on a lot of these. We'll get to the ending, but we can't actually finish it. Just trust me. It looks cool. Hey, is the door open? No, it's not. And the thing is, like, why not just no clip? Because you do that all the time, General, and I do. He's like, that does not open. Yeah, I could no clip, but this doesn't allow you to cheat. Project Brutality does not like cheaters. Which, you know, I hate to admit it, I kind of like that idea, simply because it's like, that doesn't do anything. It just opens that one door. I'm pretty sure you guys in the if I was more popular, I'd probably have somebody who played this a billion times. Oh wait, did I kill everything and just... Okay, because like, there's the blue key. Obviously, there has to be a way to get in there. Oh yeah, there's a red door. But if I was more popular with millions of fans, I'd probably just get flamed all the time. But honestly, you guys are great. Of all the fans on all the internet, you guys are some of the best. If not the best. And you guys don't troll nearly as much as you could. And for that, I appreciate. Alright, so we're not doing too bad. Maybe we will get that door open. Maybe I'll get lucky. I don't know. If not, we'll just move on to another one of these. Like I said, these things aren't very long, but they are definitely involved. The guy did a good job on this. That is for sure. Well, you know what's interesting? I recently found a good bunch of DOOMathons, and unfortunately... Yeah, there we got the blue key. And unfortunately, though, they're not really that much fun to play with, Project Brutality, simply because they were done, I think, like as a proof of concept kind of thing, because they have some unique little changes to the weapons in there, and so when you actually add this mod in, like the shot... I know it's stupid, but like, when the shotgun looks like the classic Doom shotgun, I don't like it. I want to see the new one, even if it acts like the new one. I don't know, it's just, I'm weird like that, because I like everything to be just a certain way, and when it's not, it's like, I just can't do it! What can I say? I never said I was saying, you know, we might do that one instead. This might be a good start. I just love it. Every time we come into a room, it's just bodies everywhere. Let's see. Well, there's nothing in here. How do I shoot that? Oh, I guess not. See, like, I hate not knowing what I'm supposed to do, because, like, there's no switch in here. Obviously, this room had a purpose. Just make it for fun. Well, they might have made it for fun for all I know. So it's like, why did I go in there? You know, it's like, what is in there? And I know that is a really cool effect. I think, you know, a lot can be done with Doom still, and I'm not surprised that people are still making it. Yeah, but I hate it when there's a stopping point in a wad and you have no idea where the fuck you're supposed to go, what you're supposed to do when you get there. Because that's always been the bane of my existence in any game. Oh, and before anyone reminds me again, yeah, I'm well aware that Turok has come out, but honestly, I'm not in that big a rush to buy it, simply because, well, I don't really need it. I still have the original N64 version, and, well, that's not a really good excuse. I'm not really in the mood to play that. Because Turok, the dinosaur hunter, is, well, actually a bit overpriced. On GOG right now, they want $20 for that, and it's not even really remastered. I think what they probably did is they just took the original PC version, updated it to run on Windows 10, and then released it, because the graphics are all the same. I guess maybe it has higher screen resolution, but that's not really a claim to anything. Anything can have a higher screen resolution. Fans do that in like a second. Okay, I'm not sure what we're supposed to do, because there was literally nothing in the blue door. We can take a look at the map, for all the good that does. There's a yellow area, but we just came from there. I think we're close to finishing. Doom, stick figure edition. Okay, so what we will do is we will stick figure our way to the blue door and just look what my... Okay, here's the blue door. Now, what the fuck are we supposed to do? Shooting that, we put an entire... You know what? We'll shoot again. Yeah, that's not gonna blow up, it seems. There's nothing else in here that I can see. I'm looking everywhere. Duke we're in here to be constantly saying, where is it? Where is it? You're talking about ripping people's heads off and shitting down their neck. Honestly, I'm sick of Duke Nukem. That's why we're playing this. I just do not feel like doing anything Duke-related right now. Although I was thinking potentially of doing what is that? Nuclear Winter. That's what it's called. Nuclear. I forget which one's the right one. Okay, we have wandered around quite a bit, and we have found nothing. Nothing! Nothing at all. It's like riding this elevator. I can't imagine how hard that was. Because I actually did make a Doom mod once, and I, see, the thing is, I spent like one night working on it, and that was it. Eventually I need to get back to work on my legit game, and okay, I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to go. So if you guys know where I'm supposed to go, be sure to leave in the comments, and, well, we'll know. Okay, so we're going to switch games to something that we can hopefully finish. And we're back, and we are doing a whole episode, possibly. Let's see how far we get. Once again with Project Brutality, and we are doing Hadrian, or however the fuck you pronounce that. Hadrian, wow. I speak English good. Don't ask me if I speak any other language, because I don't. If I tried to speak another language, I would butcher it just like I'd butcher English. I might as well just think in thought. Wait, think in thought? Speak in thought. I can't even think right. Oh, I didn't throw far enough. This is probably by far my single favorite weapon in Project Brutality. I cannot get enough of your basic combat rifle, because the rifle is the most important weapon in any infantryman's arsenal. It's just so bloody versatile. Now this is one of those WADs that I recently downloaded off of ModDB, as in, like, literally just a couple days ago, so I've only really played a little bit of it. And it's probably one of my favorite ones. Well, it is and it isn't. The one that I really want to like, I can't use, you know, Project Brutality without the weapons not being right. Whereas with this, the weapons are actually, well, right. But it's just amazing to think that people are still doing Doom WADs, even to this day. God damn it. Get out of the fucking goo, whatever that shit is. Nukage, I guess is what it's called. Get out of the fucking nukage. We're getting some lag. Lag-delicious. Not really sure why we're getting lag here. I'm guessing it's the hard drive. Because, yep, we're getting 8 frames. Maybe it'll pick up. I think it is. Yeah, I'm getting lag off some of my hard drives. Probably need to replace the whole system. Yeah, like I'm going to be able to do that anytime soon. I did not mean to hit H. Yeah, looks like we're still getting lag all over the place. No, wait, now it's starting to... I can see the frame counter with fraps, which is what I prefer to use. Tried to use different programs in the past. DX Story, which people do extol the virtues of. I honestly don't see it as being that much better than fraps. In fact, it sometimes annoyed me with how... Straps? The new Straps. Strain recording device. No, the new... Oh god, Straps. Now, once again, if I was more popular, there'd be so much slash fiction written about that one word. It's like, that is a Freudian slip right there. So it's like, oh, why is GeneralLotz thinking of straps? But anyway, straps aside, it's like, okay, like, fraps is fairly straightforward. You can immediately record the game footage, whereas DX Story you can, but like, it has many more options, but in so doing, it's easier to fuck it up. And I honestly like to take human error as far out of the equation as possible. In real life, I could have hit him a lot better with a shotgun. But oh well. Yeah, I'm still getting frame rate drops all over the place. Let's see. I do the age-old thing of turn it on and turn it off, and it seems to not be doing what I want it to do. I don't think the hard drive would be full by now. And I'm dead. I don't think the hard drive would be full by now. I mean, mainly because... well... The problem is, my main hard drive that isn't really full is not working right, and my... God damn it. Fucking lost souls. At least the first one worked. I guess we should be happy for small favors. We were able to get some gameplay footage out of that. Let's toss a grenade, since we actually have some. Grenade pickups are few and far between. They don't spawn as much as I'd like them to. Oh, that was a big explosion. Let's save. Maybe that'll make it magically work. Yeah, right. Even in the future, nothing works. The future of the 80s. The 80s future. I prefer the 80s future, with flying cars and living the good life in the off-world colonies. Although, to be perfectly honest, back when I first saw Blade Runner, I was not that impressed. fact, I found it to be kind of boring. And you might be thinking, oh, General, you must have been a kid. No, I was like 20. Recently, you know, I don't... God damn it. I don't think it's that bad. It's not that bad. And we blew him up. That's what it's good. You blew him up. God damn you all to hell. You know what? If this keeps doing that, you know what we might do? Might try a different WAD altogether. At least you're seeing something new. You know what we might do something original. By which I mean, we might take a look at... Whoa, 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 God, no, no. Oh, look at that lag. It's like, that's unplayable even for me. Well, that's why you can see this. Alright, so maybe we will actually get something done. Now this should look familiar to you guys, because we're playing Knee Deep in the Dead, only we're playing it, it's a little bit enhanced. This is the Doom 1 WAD. It enhances the base Doom WADs, or the base Doom episodes I should say, and combines all the levels into one. And this room that we're moving on from, it literally has nothing in it. I don't know what it's there for. But yeah, makes it all just a little bit better. And of course we're still using Project Brutality with the Hudson line. So yeah, I figured, you know, since we can't get that other one to work, we'll just go and do something a little original. And you know what, we will actually just finish up, assuming the frame rate doesn't start tanking like it was, we will just go ahead and finish it up after we beat the game. Beat the shareware mod. This is the only one that works with Project Brutality. I could list it as a bug, but, well, there's literally just an infinite number of these things you can play, so it's not like it's that big a deal. And you do have the option to just use base Brutal Doom, so who cares? And they definitely have kept true to vanilla and just enhanced where needed, which I really do like. I imagine E1, M1 has basically been burned into everyone's mind, though, by this point. And with good reason. It's a good introduction to what Doom is and what it stands for. And so yes, I have looked at the modern day Doom 4, or just Doom, because we cannot possibly have any numbered sequels anymore. And you know what, it looks pretty good. You know, it might be good. I have definitely been wrong recently upon basically saying everything's gonna suck. Well, except for Battlefield, because Battlefield I figured would suck because it was done by EA, and well, I wasn't wrong. Because, well, it's EA. Did any of us honestly expect it to be good? Seriously? I mean, EA is literally the devil in video game form. Or video game company form, I should say. And of course I'm using the Doom Metal Music WAD you can get. Honestly, I find this particular game to be very therapeutic when played with either Brutal Doom or this, and having the Doom Metal soundtrack play, because it's just, you can really get in the zone. Y'all know the zone? Not really. But yeah, you know, Star Wars Episode 7 came out, and even though, bye-bye EU, I hate, you know what pisses me off? I'll tell you something that gets me from 0 to pissed off in 0.1 seconds. When somebody says, the now-defunct EU, it's like, go fuck yourself. Oh, wait, this doesn't have that. I was gonna have him say, go fuck, well, I had to do that. Oh god, what well, that escalated quickly. But instead of a taunt mode, you could literally... Holy crap, he blew himself up. Well, talk about being committed to the cause. Oh, I keep accidentally hitting the G key. And I don't even have fat fingers. No, because instead you can bring out a combat knife. Or a machete. And you can do like a combo, melee combo, although I never use it. I prefer just doing the old shooty. But yeah, Star Wars Episode 7 turned out pretty good. You know, even though the EU is dead, at the very least, the movie acts kind of like... I know some didn't like Dark Knight Rises, although I thought it was probably the best one in the Nolan trilogy. But Dark Knight Rises, I thought was good because it basically took No Man's Land and Nightfall and made a movie out of it, and did a great job. It trimmed the fat, so to speak. And, well, Episode 7, from what it sounds like, takes inspiration from a wide variety of the EU, and, well, that works. I mean, the EU lives on in certain little elements. It would have been nice if they could have brought back Wedge Antilles, but oh well, that character might as well be. Now, the X-Wing pilot character I don't think is Wedge. Honestly, he sounds more like Corrin. It'd be nice if they could have like name dropped some stuff from the EU though. I mean, how hard would that be? I'd like to have fucking seen a movie version of Corrin Horn. And Finn. That particular character might as well be Kyle Katarn. In fact, he pretty much is Kyle Katarn, except without the kick-ass beard. Because, well, Kyle Katarn started out as a stormtrooper, recognized just how evil the Empire was, and then eventually became a Jedi. And so basically we have that now. We have a live-action, beardless Kyle Katarn. And you know what? I can live with that. The one thing I did not like, though, was the fact that the Solo kids have been changed now. Instead of Jaina, Jason, and Anakin, I think there's now a Ben Solo, although don't quote me on that. I remember seeing a fan say, what about Ben Solo? I'm like, fuck you, dude. Fucking Ben Skywalker or Anakin Solo, motherfucker. But you want to know something that's really sad? And I probably would have said this in the past, but I'll say it now. The EU recently sucked. It had not been good and basically was sort of like Diet 40K. There was a character they introduced named Abeloth, who was a Chaos God in name. It was a Chaos God. It was a Chaos God, and you know, that really pissed me off. And then there was the whole Dala being elected to the fucking leadership of the blah. I can't even say it annoys me so much. Dala, who might as well be space. I wouldn't call her Space Hitler. That's going a bit too much. Space. Well, basically, she was an evil space conqueror. Let's just call it that. Who killed civilians on a regular basis. Had no problem with slavery. Basically, the last person you'd want to be leading, you know, the democracy. You know, she might as well be Space Hitler, except without the racial policies. So basically, she's not what you would call a heroic character. So yeah, that was something that pissed a lot of fans off. You know, it's like, the thing is, fans have been getting kind of fed up with the EU for a while. I honestly had gotten fed up with the EU a long time before anyone else did. I didn't like it in Sacrifice. I'm not going to spoil that. Don't say, oh, it doesn't matter because the EU doesn't matter, because I'll just say, fuck you right now. But, you know, in Sacrifice, that really pissed me off because they killed off a character that I really liked. And I was like, do they really need to do that? You know, it's like... But I did finish reading, that was from the Legacy of the Force series. I did finish reading that, and it was actually pretty bloody good. You know, Jason Solo this isn't a spoiler at all. This is, if you go in a bookstore, you're gonna be spoiled, okay? It's one of those things, like, it's not a spoiler because if you just look at the book rack, you're spoiled, so... the fact is, Jason Solo falling to the dark side was a cool concept, I suppose. But, you know, he was, I think, kind of sloppily, ugh. He wasn't written as well as he could have been. He basically went from, you know, kind of a well-intentioned villain to wah-ha-ha-ha-ha. Might as well be fighting fucking Captain Planet for all the originality that was put into him. Because, damn. It was like, it went from like, well, in order to become a true Sith, you have to, you know, not only be selfish, but selfless as well. It was like I guess? And then it basically devolved into chokey. Literally, he does that. He chokes somebody to death for giving him bad news, which totally will make for a very well-run military organization that totally won't tone down what really happened, so you never really know what's going on. See, in real life, that does happen on a regular basis in very poorly run militaries. Well, even in our military, the U.S. military, they do that. More due to politics than anything else. You wonder how they can possibly run a fucking military when everyone's so incompetent. But, you know what? It's always the junior officers. pretty sure I pissed off a bunch of enlisted people. Enlisted people do it too. Whatever. But I'm not joining the fucking military. You know, I may love military history, I may love studying it, and I may support the troops no matter what. Well, no, that's not true. I may support the troops so long as they're not slaughtering civilians. And I know that I'm probably open to a can of worms with that, but I don't necessarily buy all the politically motivated garbage when it comes to the U.S. military that people put out. Ultimately, though, I do support the U.S. military. Let's leave it at that, shall we? As TV tropes would say, cautious editing judgment. But the thing is, I wouldn't want to join it because, well, I've heard too much of how completely fucked up it is when it comes to politics, when it comes to just so much crap that the average serviceman has to put up with. And I personally, and that's true of any historical period, and I would rather avoid that. I really would. Putting up a crap in real, well, that is real life, in regular life is bad enough. Add in people shooting at me, well, that's another thing entirely. That's not to say I wouldn't join, like, if the U.S. got invaded for whatever reason. Fucking Russia from COD invade, yeah. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Even though, logistically, that makes no sense. I'm looking forward to getting into COD month. You know, I did mention a little while ago that I was playing through COD 4 again. Oh, yeah, COD 4 Modern Warfare 1 again. And, you know, I found COD 4 to be... Well, I'm not finished playing through it yet. I literally just started up today. But COD 4 is not necessarily a bad game, and I think I can see why it became as popular as it did. Now, obviously, it became more popular for its multiplayer than its single player, but single player also had a major impact on gaming and still does to this day. Multiplayer, I think, got so popular simply because of Xbox Live and PlayStation Network, and allowed people who may not have been playing multiplayer first-person shooters to play them now. Multiplayer also was a bit simpler with perks, kill streaks, and all the rest. So it might have been a bit easier to get into. I know it was easier for me. I found myself being better at COD than I was Halo. And Halo definitely being more skill-based, whereas COD definitely depended on your loadout and a few other things, as far as I remember. The thing is, I've never been good at multiplayer games. I suck at them all. And I sucked a little bit less at COD. I would actually get kills on a regular basis. Whereas, like, say, a game I like a lot more, Counter-Strike Go, I die all the goddamn time and am really, really bad at it. So, there is that. I think also, playing COD 4 was a lot easier than something like CSGO, I think. In some respects, it was just sort of a, you put the disc in and I play game sort of thing. And that's not a bad thing. Just being able to play a game is, well, being able to play a game. And we're getting a straight 50 frames from this for some reason instead of 60. Not really sure why. It could be all the blood. The blood. Everyone always makes me make fun of how I say blood. But I'll say it, blood, however long I want to say it. I'll speak how I wish to speak. And I will play how I wish to play. But I definitely sucked a lot less at COD, and I think I enjoyed COD quite a bit. Now, I only played that on 360, actually. That was before I became PC Master Race. Well, no, I was PC Master Race, but I still played it on the 360 because all of my various friends had it on the 360. Well, you know, it's easy to say, you know, being a member of the PC Master Race, that PC's better. But you gotta remember, at one time, and still today, the console was pretty good simply because you pop the game in and it works. There's no driver issues, there's nothing like that. You just can play it, get into the game and play it. Now, that's not necessarily the case anymore, you know, with having to constant patch updates and all that. And, you know, I'm pretty sure they're going to move away from physical media at some point, so you'll probably have the same problems as the PC. In fact, that's one of the reasons why there was a time when I was really nervous about the Xbone. I was like, is this going to ruin console gaming forever? And it kind of is. Because, you know, with the Xbone, there's just so many things that could have happened with it, and that I know will probably happen in the next console generation, where basically you're screwed when it comes to console games, because it's going to be just like Steam. You buy it one time and you can only use it one time. It's funny. how we all like Steam today. We all like Steam. It's great. But we don't realize just a few years ago, we would have, well, we did. Many people did. I did. Complain about it. Because it's like, okay, what is Steam? What is it really? You buy it, you buy a game on there, and you can only use it with that Steam account. That's it. That's all. You lose that Steam account, that game's gone. Or Steam shuts down, that game's gone, probably. So, yeah, you don't really own the game. You own the game, but you have to ask Steam to be able to access it. And, yeah, that sounds kind of bad when you put it that way. But so many people have been used to it that, well, I mean, it's just Steam. That's how you do it. It's simply how it's done. That's not how it always used to be back in the day. You bought a game, that was yours. And, you know, you could install it however many times you wanted. But, you know, piracy, don't copy that floppy and all the rest. So, I feel sorry for any console gamer. I don't know why you'd ever be a console gamer once you take away that. You know, once you take away being able to sell games or buy them used or anything like that, there's no point. I know what you're saying, like, oh, what about poor gamers? Well, this song's fucking amazing. Absolutely love it. Heavy metal, man. Heavy metal. I hope you can still hear me. I fixed the audio. Or so I thought. If I didn't, then nobody will ever hear this. This will be our little secret computer. Oh, yes. Because, you know, I always wondered, though. When Dexter got older, did he, like, create a robotic woman? Because that was, because, like, Computress, I think, like, fell in love with him or something. I vaguely remember that. I wouldn't put it past Dexter from creating a synthetic woman. Hell, if I was intelligent enough to do that, I probably would, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't complain. Oh, you know what's funny, though? Okay, back in the day, it's like, eventually we'll have sex robots. Now today, it's like, sex robots are sexist. God. Fucking SJWs. Or as I like to call them, Samuel Justice Walkers. Because it's SJWs. Yeah, I'm clever. Laugh, damn it. Oh, god damn it. It's gonna do that again, isn't it? I actually had another fucking door not open literally last night when I was playing this. And since I can't cheat, I can't no-clip through the door. So, you know what? You know what I'll do for you guys? And since I'm such a friendly fellow, I will not make you have to watch another watch. I will literally, if this happens, start it up in Brutal Doom version 20 and play right back up to here. That way, we can actually have a fully completed watch. Aren't I a friendly fellow? It is Christmas, 'tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Oh, you know what? I find that funny. It's like, 'tis the season to be jolly. It's like that song knows you're gonna want to just start shoveling down eggnog. Oh, you don't shovel down eggnog. That's really thick. Start sucking down eggnog and shoving down, you know, pies and shit. Although, honestly, I've actually lost about 20 pounds. Went from 220 to 200 in the past month. So, everyone else can be jelly, whereas I'll be skinny. And since it's Texas, I don't need, like, I don't need any, padding for the cold. Because right now, right fucking now, it's gonna be 80 tomorrow. So yeah, that's Texas. So do you guys in various other places. That door didn't open. I'm gonna try to open it. I'm gonna try to open it, and it ain't gonna work. Nope, didn't work. Well, I guess you'll be right there. And we're back. We'll just replay the bit that we left off with. And now we're, of course, in Brutal Doom version 20. And, well, to get back to this particular point didn't take me that long, or I could lie and nobody would know. And essentially all I did was, well, no-clip my way through, and that was about it. And, well, that worked. Wow, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, now here we are. It's really quite annoying that I think that particular WAD that we couldn't finish because of that door. I think that's something wrong with Project Brutality. We're at least gonna blame you guys. Allow me to sneeze. Here we are. Now, I forget what the main subject was. I'm going to assume it was COD, because that's what popped in my head now. But I think COD really got popular on the single-player front, because at that point, I don't think there'd really been a game that felt quite as cinematic as COD 4 did. COD 4 felt like you were playing a movie. It really did feel like a movie. And, well, I think a lot of gamers really like that. And, you know, that's not a bad place for FPSs to go. You know, I mean, these days, of course, now it's been done to death, you know, it really does get grating. But, really, come on, you think about it. It's a game where you actually feel like you're this badass action hero kind of guy. And everything feels kind of real. I think many people, I don't know if I would necessarily agree with this, but people felt like, at this point, first-person shooters in gaming has matured a bit. You know, we've gone from just killing aliens in a Martian moon base, as we're doing here, and moved on to something a bit more adult. You know, now we're, you know, fighting realistic enemies in a realistic setting. And, well, I think people liked that. Now, the thing about COD, though, is none of that stuff was really what I would call original. It really wasn't. The old Ian Malcolm complained, you slapped it, you stood on the shoulders of geniuses, slapped it on a plastic lunchbox, and now you're selling it. You're selling it. And, well, that's kind of what they did. Because, you know, the military shooter, the slightly more realistic military shooter, was actually, you know, the Rainbow Six series predated COD by who knows how many years. And, you know, that was really kind of the first realistic military shooter. And then, of course, the Delta Force series and all that. But the thing is, those games were hard to play, as in, you actually had to use some tactics and things of that nature. Whereas with COD, you didn't have to do that. COD, it was just your straightforward first-person shooter. It was a simplified first-person shooter as well. You know, you basically just were able to regain health from hiding behind a corner. And so that made it a lot easier. And, you know, I may complain, and do, all about the regenerative health system, but it does make sense for a game like COD. Because in COD, as funny as it may sound to some people, the story is the main importance. At least for single player. And you want to constantly keep going. It's not necessarily about individual player experience, it's more about the overall plot and how it keeps going. So really, if you were to die all the time or had to do any real difficult gameplay gubbins, well, it would take away from that constant frantic pace. And, you know, that was exactly what they wanted to do. But still, taking away, you know, player control wasn't really good for the long run, because ultimately you turn games less from gameplay experiences and more to this interactive movie, and that's really what COD 4 is. COD 4 is an interactive movie, more than anything else. That's all it is. And that's not bad. That was a new thing. But doing it in every other game, really, I think people are starting to get sick of that. That's why you can see a lot of indie games focusing on, you know, the actual gameplay and not so much on being an interactive movie like it had been. Which is very important in my opinion. Once you take away all player control, it's just, there's no reason to come back to the game. I mean, I've played COD on a couple of occasions, but it's not something I would call memorable. Not nearly as much as, say, the very first Call of Duty. The very first Call of Duty, and not Call of Duty 2, to the same extent. The very first Call of Duty was amazing because it had, you know, non-regenerative health. And when you have non-regenerative health, you start to have gameplay stories of your own. Meaning, you know, like, oh shit, I was on 1 health and I was able to kill all them Germans with just half a magazine. That's something cool. You're not going to have that in a modern-day COD game because I hid behind a wall, I was able to regain all my health, and then I shot them. So, from a plot standpoint, it's good. From a player standpoint, it really isn't. And I'm, of course, going to address all this in the review. Really, there's both good. There's both pros and cons for COD. It's definitely not the way FPSs need to go all the time, but it was definitely an interesting development because really, first-person shooters prior to COD had definitely been getting a lot more story-based. A lot more cinematic. AVP2 is one of my favorite games, and well, it had a major story. I mean, it was trying to be a movie. It was trying to be less. Now, it still had good gameplay, but it was still trying to be less of just shoot xenomorphs in the face and more, here's why you're shooting xenomorphs in the face. And it worked. That's one of the reasons why I liked it. I like, in my games, to have as much story as is humanly possible. But when that story is to the detriment of the actual gameplay, then there's a problem. And that's the kind of conundrum I think first-person shooters are facing today is, do you be extremely cinematic like COD? Do you be gameplay-based like other first-person shooters? What do you do? And the thing is, what works for COD doesn't work for everybody else. So, really, what can a first-person developer do? Because at the end of the day, they want that money. And they see COD... Well, COD itself is starting to, really kind of fall by the wayside. I mean, it's not any less popular, really, but at the same time, COD does have some problems when it comes to the fact that they are still just spinning out the same game each year. And I'm pretty sure sales have started to be impacted by that. I mean, for me, I played COD 1 and 2 and 3 and enjoyed all three of them, but I had no real desire to continue playing after COD 3. And really, by the time of COD 3, most of my friends moved on to the PC gaming anyway, and so I had even less reason to play it. And, since I'm a big story-based gamer, I wanted to know how the story was going to end, and it ended in a satisfactory way. Even though I can't wait to rip apart COD 2 and 3 story. Okay, COD 1 is plausible, more or less. It really is. In COD 2, Russia invading America. That is what I like to call epic, but it makes not a single bit of sense. The reason why you don't want to invade America is not necessarily because we have guns and gotta ban those things. No, but the reason why not because I have guns, but because and not even the fact that the military is amazing, which the military is pretty good, except it's kind of hamstrung by politicians and the Pentagon's arms procurement is a bit. I recommend a movie. Watch. Shit, I can't remember the name of the movie. It's a movie, I swear. I know what I'm talking about. God, I can't remember the name of the movie. Shit. What is it called? It's a movie with a guy in it. Oh, it's gonna bother me because I can't remember what the movie's called. It's like, well, all I can do is give you a description of both who's in it and what it's about. I'm trying to pick these things up because these are absolutely useless. The movie stars Kelsey Grammer, and he plays a Pentagon general. And the whole movie is about the Bradley fighting vehicle and how crappy it is. And it's very entertaining because it's based on a legitimately true story. It's actually based on not a novel, but it's based on a book. And if half of that's true, damn. Just damn. Yeah, I'd hate to be in a Bradley fighting vehicle. I really would, because that thing is a fucking death trap, if any of that's true. So yeah, it's like, even if the military is hamstrung by all that, you still wouldn't want to invade America simply because, okay, what a lot of people don't ever talk about is logistics. Logistics are very important. That's what I'm saying, where like amateurs discuss tactics, professionals discuss logistics and stuff like that. Well, obviously you have to have some tactics. You can't just gather up all your tanks and just say charge, heedless of any sort of tactic, but still, you have to still be able to have the tanks and have to have the bullets and tracks and gas and all that. And that's where logistics comes in. But invading America is a logistical nightmare. I mean, you're gonna have to... cross a giant-ass ocean, and that the entire time you're going to be attacked by submarines and all of that. It's not going to end well. And of course, the thing that COD didn't take into consideration, which they could have, they could have had a throwaway line, it's just that nobody really cared. Let's be honest here, nobody really cares that much when it comes to these logical flaws. But the thing is, NATO would have joined up with America to fight Russia. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. Now, if NATO had dissolved or something like that, you know, then okay, that makes sense. But obviously, Modern Warfare 3 wouldn't have had much of a plot if the Russian invasion hadn't worked and all of that. But honestly, then Modern Warfare 3 got even dumber just because, well, okay, not only did Russia invade America, they also invaded Western Europe. I don't know how many kids they were having, but I don't think they have nearly enough people to do that. I think it was one of the things of, look at this cool thing. And you know what? It was cool. I'm not going to complain about that. I will never complain about something being cool. The rule of cool works. The way I see it, if you want a super realistic war shooter, play fucking Arma. Or Arma 2, Arma 3. Like if you trip on a rock, you just immediately die. You just explode. It's not that bad, but still. Arma is not what I would consider an easy game. It's a fun. It's not even a game. That's the thing. Like some people, you know, would say it's not even a game. It's a simulation. But there, you want a modern military simulation? Play that. Play Arma, Arma 2, Arma 3, whatever. I don't think there's an Arma. Yeah, there is an Arma 1. It'd have to be. Or play Operation Flashpoint. Play that one. God, I tried to do that. That didn't end well. So yeah, play something like that if you want realism. Complete and total realism. Still though, I'm going to make fun of it though. I'm still going to make fun of... They just don't have enough Russians to drop them out of planes. So yeah. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, where are they going to get the food, you know? Where's the U.S. Navy with all of its massive aircraft carriers? I didn't know this, but I read an article the other day, it was on Reddit, that, like, okay, Russia has a grand total of 1 aircraft carrier. I think it's called the Admiral Kurzov, I don't know, I'm probably butchering that, but then again, I butcher English, so don't feel bad. Anyway, they got that 1 aircraft carrier, and I read that they sent it on a deployment, and it caught fire. Okay, it fucking caught fire. I have a feeling stacking... Okay, even if it can take out 1 Nimitz, there's still, like, I think we have, like, what, 10 Nimitz aircraft carriers out there? If that first one doesn't get you, the other 9 will. And I'm not sure that particular aircraft carrier could even take on a Nimitz. I've read in some places saying, like, yeah, it has so much anti-sea warfare ability that it can literally just spam rockets at it and blow it up that way. But I don't know. I'm a bit... Wow, that did a shitload of damage to me. Still, I'm not dead, so can't complain too much about that. But yeah, Admiral Kurzov probably wouldn't be able to take out a Nimitz. If it did, fine. And then it's going to get, you know, Zerg rushed by all the rest. Because once again, they still got 1. They got 1 of them. So, and Russia's mainly, and the thing, it's not a bad thing for Russia because Russia's not a naval power. Russia has always been a land power, and it's, honestly, I have not studied nearly enough on that Crimean thing to know how well or how poorly they did there. But yeah, I just don't see Russia invading anytime soon. Because ultimately, and I honestly don't see them doing the shit that they did in the game. Like, I get that it's a game and you're supposed to repeat yourself as just a show, but killing hundreds of civilians, that's not really a good idea. That's not to say Russia hasn't been known for that, and I'm sorry if that offends any Russian fans, but, well, the history books, they kind of were bad. By kind of bad, I mean, yeah. We need, the less said about Stalin, the better. But anyway, I just don't see that happening. It just seems rather foolish. But once again, if something awesome didn't happen, well, the game would be a little bit less memorable for it. Although, still, is COD that memorable? Because see, I'm still... as I play these games, I think about what I'm going to say in the script, and then I pare it down from there. And honestly, I'm wondering, is COD even as memorable as, say, Doom here? Because I think COD was a major motivating factor on gaming, but do people really talk about it? Now, it could just be my limited social life, but, you know, I hear more people talking about Doom than they talk about COD. So, I don't know, is COD even that memorable that it is memorable past the time when it's super popular? Because I think that's a big problem with games in general now, is, you know, Doom has real good staying power. I mean, even to this day, Doom mods are being made. I mean, obviously with Brutal Doom and other things like that, I'm going to die if I don't find some plenty health. Time to save, just in case. But, like, will people be talking about COD 20 years on? That's an interesting concept, actually. I didn't think about that till just now. Because you can't really mod COD, and I totally meant to rhyme that. So there's no way to really keep that thing alive. Is there even a reason to? Because once again, Doom and Doom 2 are still played. Doom 3 even. Although I don't play it nearly as much as I do this one. Because of the modding community and the fact that there's still so much you can do with it. I mean, hell, there is a Doom 3 WOD that I've definitely been thinking about doing either a quick review on or B, one of these on, where you go on the Event Horizon from the Event Horizon movie. That's pretty cool. And I think COD 4 has one mod that I haven't played because I haven't really cared enough to play it. That's a Star Wars mod, but really that's the only thing I think really stands out. So, is COD memorable? I love the hexing enemies. It's awesome. It's my favorite part of this fucking WOD here, because it's so cool. I love it. Then you got this whole new area, the Hell area, the Hellia for short. And then there's the Ettins, or as I as a kid used to call them, the dummy two heads, because they weren't very intelligent and they had two heads. And well, they don't last very long against shotguns, that's for sure. This is my boomstick! And no, I have not seen Ash vs. Evil Dead. I've not seen that. I've wanted to, but I have not yet. I've heard from literally every single friend that I have that it's amazing and great. And so, nor have I seen Mad Max Fury Road. I've not seen that either. In fact, the M-Man, who is heavily critical of movies, actually expressed how much he loved it and will constantly go on about it as to why it's the greatest movie ever made. Of course, you know Star Wars had to do something, right? Because the M-Man also loved Star Wars. So yeah, let that sink in for a minute. Mr. Hipster M-Man actually likes Star Wars. I know eventually you'll see it, but for now I am content to simply avoid watching it. So we shall see about Ash vs. Evil Dead. I hope it is successful because, honestly, there needs to be more shows like that. Although why it was on Starz, I'm not really sure. Do people even watch Starz? I guess Mr. X does. I wonder if anybody's going to get that. Hey, we're almost done with this particular thing. I could go on for hours. Maybe I'll make a follow-up episode. Uploaded on Christmas Day. You never know. I may do just that. Because I know I've been going on a long-ass time. But, you know, Ash vs. Evil Dead is not necessarily a new concept. I mean, there was the Ash versus any number of things comics. He fought the Marvel zombies even. Teamed up with Xena, actually. Although I never read that. I was just aware of it. Oh, really? Because I did... Fuck it! No, I didn't want to give armor. Oh well. No clip. Yep. Yeah, but I don't have a yellow key card. Alright, you know what? We're here. Boom. Because I didn't pick it up when I no-clipped my way back to here. Holy shit, that didn't end well. I forgot there was a Cyber Demon there. The Cyber Demon. Shoot it until it dies. I actually had a friend whose internet handle was Cyber Demon 5 something or other. From years ago. In a faraway land. Cool. Oh yes, I also read that apparently Samurai Jack is gonna get a new series. There's actually a really hilarious image I forget where I saw it. Basically, replacing Aku with Cartoon Network. Yeah, they did unleash an unspeakable evil, that's for sure. And they started showing live-action entertainment. It's like, it's Cartoon Network! It's in the fucking title! And I'm busy no-clipping around like an idiot. No clip. Off. I'm trying not to cheat. And I did run at the very end. Because that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, like, I stopped watching Cartoon Network when it got really bad. Although I don't remember what year that would have been. I mean, like, I remember that getting such terrible shows. Like, I think there was one called, like, Out of Jimmy's Head or something. And it was, like, literally this kid that looked like he might as well have been on fucking acid. Like, my God. What were you thinking, Cartoon Network? What were you thinking? We went from, like, having Johnny Bravo, Dexter's Laboratory, Powerpuff Girls, which I think is the only title... It's the only show with girl in the title that isn't horrible, to literally all the shit that they have now. Although I think Cartoon Network might have gotten better in recent years. Ah, I know when I stopped watching it. When they started showing, the one with that blue fuck. Literally the guy's name was Blue, and it was a blue blob with a Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I hated that show. I don't care how old I was when I saw it. I really don't know how old I was when I saw it, because I don't know when that show came out. But goddamn, that was complete shit. I was like, kids like this now? It's like, God, that did not compare to Ed, Edd and Eddy or anything like that. Ed, Edd and Eddy still holds up. All those cartoon shows like that really do hold up, no matter what age you are. Fuck, you fucking. You fucking fuck. We'll just say it fuck as many times as possible. Because that is the word we, the youth of the nation, love to use. Because when I was a kid, I absolutely hated swearing. I found it a mark of immaturity. And these days, I swear all the time. Although to a point, I still speak in my traditional manner, which is I speak like no one else does, because I am weird. I do consider myself weird, and I'm glad I'm weird. I'm not what you'd call a pop culture nerd, that's for sure. Not like a nerd who studies pop culture, but literally a nerd who thinks they're a nerd because comic book guy. Worst game ever. Never could get that voice down. I can't do voices. I will freely admit I can't do voices. I tried to do a nerdy voice in the Alien Rampage review that went up literally today. And I found that to be somewhat difficult to do. That's the thing. Trying to act. Some people like my vain attempts to act. The thing is, I can't act funny, if that makes any sense. I can be funny incidentally, but I can't act it. I'm more suited to melancholia. More suited to a more reserved statement. Not that I can do it now, I can't do it on demand. I'm not going to dance for you. We didn't ask you to dance, we asked you to try to act. No, fuck acting. But in any event, okay, I know those fucks are right in front of there. Oh, I wonder if they can attack me from up here. Well, I can attack them from down here. Save. Save. Always save. Shit, move! I think there's a Marine you could save too, somewhere. Oh, he's alive. So I did save him, I guess. Oh, well, he didn't last very long. Probably better just hanging out on that spike. Ooh, nasty indeed. Okay, and like these guys are nothing, you know. Of course, in the book, Flint Haggard, aka Doom Guy's like companion, actually was legitimately afraid of both of these creatures, and literally like shoved herself into like a vent system to try to escape them, and literally they're the easiest boss in the fucking game. Alright, so we're doing good. Boing! Ah, goddammit, I missed it. Oh yeah, this doesn't work for some reason. I do not know why. So even if we had made it here, probably still would have been thinking, okay, let's jump into the portal and promptly die. Eat Even the Dead finished! We spent 25 minutes on it. Not too bad. Alright, so I hope you guys have as merry a Christmas as possible, and we'll see you on the other side.